or not. What was the value of C? 3. Then 5 is greater than C. Then it will print the block A is greatest 1. Else अगर ये मेरी कंडीशन फॉल्स हो, फॉल्स कब होगी? जब मेरे C की वैल्यू A से ज़्यादा होगी. नाउ वी आर अगेन शिफ्टिंग एंड वी आर अगेन शफलिंग द नंबर्स. अब हम क्या करते हैं? A इज इक्वल्स टू 3, C इज इक्वल्स टू 5 एंड B इज इक्वल्स टू 2. देन कंडीशन मेरी क्या होगी? A इज ग्रेटर देन B, 3 is greater than 2. Condition is true. But when we are checking out 3 is greater than 5, we are checking the if condition of A is greater than C and if 3 is greater than 5. तो condition मेरी क्या हो जाएगी? False. In the false block, it will print the else condition and else condition will print as printf C is greatest 1. So definitely it will check it out from the 3 conditions, and when the any one of the 2 condition is satisfied, it will print that particular block. If any of the condition is false, it will not print that particular value in the case of the greatest one. Now we are having one more else if ladder. What happens when we are taking out the if else statements more than one time, the multiple times, we can use this, we can use the else if ladder block. What happens in the else if ladder block? We are seeing that the else if ladder statements takes the following general form. What type of form? If test condition 1 and the condition is true, it will print the statement 1. Else if the condition is, अगर ये कंडीशन भी ट्रू नहीं होती है तो कोई और कंडीशन ट्रू होगी. देन टू चेक आउट द सेकेंड कंडीशन, एल्स इफ टेस्ट कंडीशन ट्रू, it will check the test condition 2. The test condition 2 is true, it will print the test condition of the true. If the condition is not true, it will check another condition, then the another condition is else if condition 3. So in the similar manner, it will check the n conditions. Suppose we are having more than 5 or 6 conditions to be checked within a program. We can use by taking this else if ladder block. The flowchart of the else if ladder block is defined here. Entering to a loop, then test condition once. If my condition is true, it will print the true statement, that is the statement 1 block. If the condition is false, it will go to the test condition of the second block, and if the condition is again false, it will go to the test condition of the third block, and similar to the n blocks. There is no criteria, nothing of that sort, that you cannot define only 1 block, 2 block or 3 block. You can define any number of blocks so that we can check multiple type of statements at a particular program. And when all the condition will be false, and it will check the true condition. If you want to print the true condition, it will print the true condition among the multiple choices you are having. We are having an program. Suppose usually what happens कि सब लोगों के घर में बिजली का बिल तो आता ही होगा. तो बिजली के बिल में क्या होता है कि सपोज अगर आप पहले 200 या 100 यूनिट खर्च करते हो तो यू विल हैव टू पे सम डिफरेंट चार्जेस, एंड व्हेन द नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स विल बी इंक्रीज, you have to pay different type of charges. This type of term which is used by the government, and government क्या करता है उसके अंदर कि सब चीज़ें ऐड करता है so that कंज्यूमर जो उसके यूज़र्स होते हैं उन लोगों को थोड़ा सा बेनिफिट मिल सके. तो सेम टाइप में आपके प्रोग्राम के अंदर है कंजम्पशन ऑफ यूनिट्स. अगर आपका कंजम्पशन ऑफ यूनिट्स 0 से लेकर 200 यूनिट्स तक है, देन तो आपको कितना रेट्स पे करना पड़ता है? 0.5 per unit. And if your condition is 201 to 400, then repeat 100 plus rupees 0.65 per unit excess of 200. What happens? पहला अगर आपने पे करा तो पहले के अंदर क्या होगा? फर्स्ट वाले के अंदर you have to pay only 0.5 per unit, and if there is 201 to 400 units, you have to pay rupees 400 plus and plus 0.65. Okay, then if you are consuming 401 to 600, then you have to pay rupees 230 plus rupees 0.80 per unit excess of 400. What happens when we are seeing that 401 to 600 we are having 401 to 600, तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? 230 मतलब 230 रुपीज़ तो पहले हमको पे करने हैं, उसके साथ में 0.80 पर यूनिट चार्जेस आपका लगेगा. And if it is 601 and above condition, then what happens? You have to pay rupees 390 plus and 1 rupees per unit excess of 600. These are not including the extra charges of handling and everything. What we are doing, we are just calculating the basics of rupees per unit. Then reads the customer number and the power consumes and prints the amount to be paid by the customer. What we are doing, we have to make a program and we have to check it out for the different conditions. See, what you are thinking in the way that we can do these things by using ladder if else. We can use it ladder if else, but what happens if my two condition is true at a particular time? We cannot use a ladder if else. What happens in ladder if else? One of the condition is to be true and else of the condition has to be false. If I have to choose different type of conditions, then for more multiple statements we have to use the switch condition. Okay, then we are having an example to check it out for else if statements. Then in the else if statements, integer, units, customer number, float charges, then printf enter customer numbers and the unit consumes. What happens? We are using the number of the customer as well as the unit consumed by the particular customer. In scanf, we are entering the two values, that is customer number and the particular units that is to be consumed by a particular customer. Then if we are checking if the unit is less than equals to 200, अगर मेरा यूनिट 200 या 200 से थोड़ा भी कम होता है तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, 0.5 एंड जितना भी मैंने यूनिट कंज्यूम करा है उसका मल्टीप्लीकेशन हो जाएगा उसके साथ में. देन व्हाट हैपन्स, चार्जेस इक्वल्स टू 0.5 मल्टीप्लीकेशंस ऑफ इनटू यूनिट्स. सपोज एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि मेरा यूनिट जो खर्च हुआ है दैट इज 100. अगर मेरा 100 यूनिट खर्च हुआ है तो मेरा कितना हो जाएगा, 0.5 मल्टीप्लीकेशन 100. देन द चार्जेस आपका उसके हिसाब से निकलेगा एंड यू हैव टू पे अकॉर्डिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर चार्जेस. अगर मेरा यूनिट 200 से थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, देन व्हाट हैपन्स, एल्स इफ यूनिट्स लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 400, देन व्हाट हैपन्स, चार्जेस इज 100 plus 0.65 into unit minus 200. And in the similar way, if else my condition for the unit is less than equals to 600, my all the conditions I have to check it out and we have to calculate the values of the charges, and accordingly from the last table the charges will be accumulated and the charges will be paid accordingly to the user. Then what happens, if my user is having if it is consuming only 0 to 200, then he has to pay only 0.5. Then see in the program, if my unit is less than equals to 200, अगर वो 200 से कम है और मेरा पर्टिकुलर यूनिट मेरा सपोज कितना है 100 है, तो वो क्या करेगा, 0.5 into units. It will not check to the else if conditions because we are only considering values up to 200. Then it will print the value of 200 accordingly. What we are printing the charges. Okay. Then अगर मेरा यूनिट 200 से ज़्यादा है, then what happens, if my unit is greater than 200, it will check the conditions of if unit is less than equals to 400. Definitely it is greater than 200 and it should be less than 400. Then what happens, charges will be 100 rupees plus 0.65 of the per unit charges. Per unit charges means first 200 unit you have to pay. What we had also mentioned in the brackets, unit minus 200. Then if my first unit, तो first unit तो मेरा 200 के हिसाब से खर्च होगा, तो उसके अंदर क्या होगा, we have to pay only 0.45 for the first 200 units. Okay. Then for the next things, else if conditions, if units is less than equals to 600, then the charges will be 230 plus 0.8 into units minus 400. And if the condition is true, it will print the true condition, and if it is the condition is false, suppose you are living in a high posh area and your requirements is so much, then your consumption of the unit will be larger than 600 unit per month. Then for this conditions we are having different charges. Is charges is equals to 390 plus the unit more than 600 is unit minus 600. Okay, then what happens? We had missed out one thing, 1 rupees. Okay, what we are calculating, unit 1 rupees per unit. Then we are seeing that the unit 1 into units minus 600. This will satisfy that the multiple if condition is to be checked by using these statements into a particular program. Now comes the switch statement. It is one of the very important and very what we can say that the statement which is having a criteria to check n numbers of values in a particular time. The switch statement is a multi-way decisions that test whether an expression matches one of a number of constant integer values and branches accordingly. Okay, we are having switch. The syntax of the switch statement is given. Switch, we checked a particular expressions. We are having case. Case is a keyword. What happens? Case is a unique keyword which defines a particular value. Case value 1 is given. Value 1, then block 1. Block contains a group of statements. The expression is an integer expressions or the characters. Value 1, value 2, value 3 and up to the value n are the integer value constants or the constant expressions. We can also take some characters in the value portion also. Okay, then case value 1, block 1. Then after that we are putting break statements. What happens? Break defines a particular sections when we have to exit from a statement block. See, case 1 is having value 1, block 1, then 1 break. ब्रेक क्या करता है यहाँ पर? जैसे ही आपको मेरा केस वैल्यू 1 ट्रू हो जाएगा, इट विल ब्रेक द केस 1 ब्लॉक एंड इट विल प्रिंट टू नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक. जितने भी केस ब्लॉक होंगे उनके साथ में एक ब्रेक होना नेसेसिटी है. ओके, देन वी आर सीइंग केस वैल्यू 2, block 2, break, and accordingly we have to we can define n numbers of values. Okay, after putting n numbers of values, if all the condition is to be checked, default value has to be put. For putting a default value, we can define default keyword. Default keywords is to be is actually checking that the default condition. What happens in default condition? Default, one colon is to be defined, and after that colon a default block including a break also. Okay, what happens when we are not putting a particular break statement in for switch statements? Then if we are not putting a particular break, what happens? It will continuously executing. It will not produce a particular type of output results for a particular condition which we wants to check. See here, the switch expressions must be an integral type. Some of the rules for the switch statements are defined. Then the switch statements expressions must be an integral part. Integral part means it is integrations of more than one type of statements. Then the case label must be constants or the constant expressions. It is very important that the case label must be constants. It cannot be some sorted values, but we cannot put a float value in the case type, because we have to check that the value of the case block should be a label 1 or it should be a constant expression 1. Then the case label must be unique. Two case blocks cannot be same at a particular time. One has to each case block has to be a unique one. Then case label must end with a colon. You have to check the case value 1. Then the case, after putting the case, we have to put a colon into that one. Okay, then the break statements transfer the control out of the switch statements. When the condition is true, if we are checking a particular type of condition, when the condition becomes true, the break statements will not execute the second case of the switch statement, and it will break and it exit from that particular block and print the value accordingly. Then the break statements is optional, that is two or more case labels may belong to a same statements. What we can define, the label of the case block cannot be same, but the statements which we are defining, the values which we are printing in the break statements, in the switch statements can be same. Then the default label is optional. If presents, it will be executed when the expressions does not find a matching case label. अगर मेरी सारी कंडीशन ही मैच नहीं होती हैं तो मेरा डिफॉल्ट स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा. What happens when all the conditions of a particular block of the switch statement is not true? Then my default statements will be executed, and the last and final point, there can be at most one default label. Okay, there can be at most one default label. We cannot put more than one default label in a particular sequence. But what happens when we are checking a condition, it is easier to put only one default block with all the case blocks. We can put two defaults, but what happens, only one default will be executed. The compiler will not produce any type of errors, but semantic errors will be produced. What is semantic errors? Semantic errors are those errors in which we are not getting an appropriate results. These are some sort of exceptions which cannot be considered or which cannot be checked by the compiler. It will create problems when we are running the program. It will not create problems when we are when we are compiling the program. Then switch program is given. देखने से what happens, first instance when you are seeing this program, it will become you are seeing that it is a complex type of program. No, it is not a complex, it is a very simple program. What we had done, hash include same, studio.h, same library, same include, same hash, then the main function, then character. What we had done, we are taking a character with character word. Okay, then we are printing f. What we are printing, /t. /t is used for tab functions. When we have to define a particular tab functions into the console, then we can use /t. In the /t, what we had done in the second statements, we are printing a that is for air timings, t is for the train timings, b is for the bus service,